I think I took on too much this week. I've only been sewing for a year. Why did I think I could make a whole ass dress, a corset, and a matching two-piece set without anything going wrong in a week? Wouldst thou like to wear arguably overpriced designer corsets, a pretty dress, equally overpriced for it being just a single layer of linen? Wouldst thou like to live deliciously? Ugh. If you didn't get the hint yet, we're going to be recreating some expensive clothing for dirt cheap bitches like me. Allergy season is here, and I am nothing but phlegm. God, I prefer it when things are dying and falling off of trees. In this week's video, I'm going to be showing you how I recreate 2 articles of clothing that have been gathering dust in my Instagram saves. I've been wanting to make them for a very long time. And the third item, I guess it's 4 items total, will be original designs by me. The very first item we will be recreating is this gorgeous beast by Nuit Clothing Atelier. The dyslexia kicks in when I say that. Nuit Clothing Atelier. The second recreation is going to be the infamous among all the cottagey girlies of her own kind, Mirabelle Dress. And lastly, the third and fourth pieces are going to be these doodads here that I designed with my mushy thinking box. For the Nuit Atelier corset, I'm going to be changing up a few things like the boning and the fabric. I've actually made this corset once before. I made it for someone as a Christmas present, and it took all my mental fortitude to not keep it for myself and just give them a Starbucks gift card. But as the selfless person that I am, I let them have the gift that I made for them. They're welcome. I still have some leftover fabric from that project I will be using again. So instead of getting into all the other designs, we're just gonna go straight into the Nuit corset, and we're gonna do it. Why is talking to a camera so weird for me? Let us mosey and go under this branch. Oh. We have already created a mess, and I just got my supplies out. I'm very cozy though. Oh, my arms are sore. So I got everything laid out that we're going to need. I have my bias tape maker for later. Oh, thank you, Eva. I've got all the stuff I need to draft my own pattern. This is what the corset is going to look like, or at least the shape. So it's gonna go on and come a little below my belly button by about, say, 3 inches or so. I'm so sorry for anybody who comes on here looking for patterns that I use, because I just usually draft my own, although I will have to use some patterns. Nope, this whole video is going to be drafted patterns. We're gonna try to pump it out as quickly as possible, and voiceover Justine will likely tell you what dumb stuff I do to make it make sense. Oh, and for anybody who is a crafter that gets into very uncomfortable positions, I just bought my dog a dog bed from Grocery Outlet that she does not use. This is a game changer. I just want to see how short this is going to end up being. Ah, don't touch a thing with your face, Justine. It's been a hot minute since I sewed anything. I don't know how my brain works, and frankly, I don't like it.
Let's just whip out the old doodle instructions, shall we? You do not need to cut up any clothing to create your pattern. The most important part is to at least trace the outline of a corset or an open top that fits you. Boom! You've got yourself a pattern.
Okay, so we're gonna speed through this because whatever that just was is what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of the pattern drafting. So if it doesn't make sense to you, that makes sense, because I have no idea what I'm doing here.
So far in my sewing career, I have yet to use a single commercial corset pattern. I just keep tracing the same drafted patterns and make new ones from that.
What is that? Ew! I've got the pattern pieces drawn out and cut up. I labeled both sides so you can just flip them when I'm tracing them on the fabric. Talking! First things first though, we gotta get the bottom layer all cut up and stitched together. I hate that. It's my least favorite part of making corsets. It's so annoying. Shaded. I freaking love making corsets. I hate it, but I love it in the end because it's just the cutest thing ever. So unfortunately, the fabric that I got from Etsy is a little too big. Like the printed pattern's too big. This unicorn's gonna have a hard time fitting on the centerpiece. It's gonna be a half a corn. Oh God. Here we go. Yes. I think, shut up, speaker. I think that is looking very, very cute. The straps will come up with it, so it'll be even longer. Although just that looks pretty cute. I could always make a corset just like this. Fits right under the boobs. You know, got the boning poking up around the ditties. And we're just gonna get this done. I might even finish this today, especially with my bias tape maker. Yeah. I'm so sore and tired. I want to be all like bubbly and bouncy for every single video, but oh my God, I'm tired. And allergies are making me sound like an old smoker lady. Fudge!
Oh yeah, you see that? Ironing those seams, baby. It's good stuff. I make sure to leave plenty of seam allowance all around the outer edges of the corset just in case something dumb happens. Speaking of which, I hate this! Next, we flip the whole dang thing inside out, iron that beezy, trace the bottom edges with the pattern again to find the exact shape, map out the boning channels, and then sew all along the top and side edges. I leave the bottom exposed for the boning. Oh, and be sure to leave the strap sections open, which I forgot to do on the back, like a strapless asshole.
It's looking so clean. I'm so happy. All that's left is the boning and the bias tape. And then we should have... Oh, and the grommets. I always forget about the grommets. I'm so happy I remade this. I was so mad. I was so jealous. I was so jealous when I made this for someone. I didn't get to keep it. I'm the worst. Oh my gosh. I am in love with this. I'm also glad I shortened the back a bit. Typically when I make corsets, I make them a little too close in the back to the point where you could honestly just add a zipper. And I kind of want to be able to see the lacing going across because it's cute. Oh girl, I love this. I'm excited. All right, yeah, so let's freaking do it. Let's add the boning and then we'll just make the bias tape and slap that bitch on. Thought that would be a fun bit. Okay, I'm good. We're good. Oh my God. There's 6 hours left in this audiobook. She's just so different. She's so different. She's so caring. She's not a Mary Jane at all. Don't even come to that conclusion. I'm not like other princesses. I'm a nice one because nobody liked me in my castle.
If I'm not here, leave a lock of your hair and I'll find you.
What? You know, because you're a ginger. It's an uncommon color. Now her hair is just going to be her freaking calling card. Oh, Valka Malka was here, whatever her name is. It's so freaking cute! Ah! If anybody says anything about my coffee looking chunky, it's because it's protein powder, okay? When I first tried to make this dress, it's fine. I still have it, but my issue with this is the straps would keep falling off. And this is something I went to Rebecca for as well. Because I'm an absolute noob with editing and filming and everything, I failed to mention a key point in this video. It's a collaboration. Or at least one of the projects is a collaboration with my friend Rebecca of Huldra's Blood Clothing. If you do not know her or her creations, I highly recommend that you go over to her Etsy and her Instagram. Everything is so pretty. You actually, if you are my Patreon, you probably saw her stuff before. So she helped me make the patterns because I'm so new to all this. But I just want to let you guys know that because I did not include a proper introduction to any of this. I'm sorry. Let's get back to it. See what Rebecca is cooking for me. She's ridiculous. She even made a mock-up. She made like a couple mock-ups. I can't even bring myself to make a mock-up for my own projects. Alrighty, so here's the mock-up. The back is definitely doing what I want it to. The straps aren't coming off, which is nice, but now I have this to deal with. So this part right here billows out. Not a fan of that. I also need to make this lower. Okay, so boom, non-altered side first, altered side, boom, boom. I think that's so much better. I'm so happy. This is my first mock-up where like I actually did the thing I'm supposed to do. It's a mock-up and I changed the mock-up and now it's gonna make it better. Yes! Well, I am both happy and a little disappointed in myself. Just, it wouldn't be a Red's References video if I didn't f up at least 3 times. I forgot to extend the waist. Right here is where I think I would want the waist, but this is the seam allowance, which means it's gonna be like up here. That ain't where my waist is. So I just sewed the skirt on and I'm getting zipper together and I see this. It's always gotta be something. It's an inch. When this is out, people must run.
3 hours later.
So it turned out a little boxier than I wanted it to. So I'm thinking of adding some darts here. I've only ever added external darts to things. So I'm wondering if that'll look good if I do that and just sew on top. I want it to actually show my waist and it just happens to be low enough to where you get the little dip right here. And with the pleating, it poofs out a little bit like I wanted it to. The front gathers are rough. It sucks because the back turned out better, but I don't know. Apart from that, I'm really, really happy with it. It's definitely no circle skirt. It's got some good swoosh to it, but because of the gathers, I just think it looks a little weird. I'm being picky. I'm wondering too if I wash this, if it'll kind of relax, but I don't know. I mean, it's better than $400, okay? I think it's really cute. I like how long it is. Typically, my dresses that I make, that I actually wear, will be like more midi. So I'll figure that out. I still need to add the lining to this as well. And that's gonna be annoying. The way my brain works. Should I add lining? Or do I just wear an underskirt? Glasses, check. I look like the art teacher I wish I always had? Check. Coffee, protein powder. It's time to get shit done. Upon this fraptious day, Calais, we are making a circle skirt. So today we're going to be working on my original design. It shouldn't be as insane as the last circle skirt I made, which was patchwork, and I did it in, I don't know if it was meant to be that way kind of way. It worked for me, so maybe it'll work for you if you watch that video. I don't know. But before we start, I'm going to try to explain the circle skirt formula as easily as possible because I can't math and I don't want to pretend that I know how to math. So here's what I have written down with what I've learned from other YouTube videos, and I squish it down into a little thing. Okay? Power's out on the whole property. It is broad daylight and it's not even raining. It's not that windy. It's just a little windy. Why? I don't get many days to do this. Why is this happening? Okay, to show you what I've got going, same thing is happening in the back. Pinned right here. Measured it, it's almost 2 inches on both of these. So pinned it, I'm gonna sew down. This is the outside of the skirt. You're gonna sew down like that. So that, kind of flatten it a little bit and then sew across so that when you put the waistband on, it sits like, come in, boom. They'll sit like this. Yeah, it'll look a little better once it's done, but yeah, same idea in the back with these little things. Iron it down flat. Alrighty folks, let's do this. I may have miscalculated my markings a few times, but this is what I've got for you. If your waist is 27 inches, be sure to add extra seam allowance at the end of your fabric. And there you have it. You just drafted your very first curved waistband pattern. Dad's so proud of you. Sewing machine, I choose you! Well, it is way too tight. Why? Why do I do this? It was 27 inches or 28, and then I'm like, yeah, let me just cut that off. It would have been perfect if I had just thought ahead. It looks like a watermelon. Those are the seeds. I've never installed pockets before and really wanted to give it a shot with this skirt. I of course took the coward's way out and naturally chose patch pockets. I've also been pretty obsessed with the things ever since Rebecca sent me the adventure skirt. It is time to make the corset top. Since I already went over my corset making process, we're gonna just power through this design without going into too much repetitive detail. This clip summarizes my feelings of sewing at this point. He is back. Why are you so twitchy? Come here. Hi. Hello, Otis. Oh, he's a big polar bear. Sir, that is nasty.
My mother says I have Irish eyes, Irish eyes, Irish eyes. My mother says I have Irish eyes. They go ever so blue under stormy skies, but they're never so blue as when I let them cry. My father says I have English hair, English hair, English hair, brown like the bark of an oak somewhere, like the bed of a lake where the hemlock grows, like the thorn in the stem of an English rose. I'm a map of the world and the ones before, 1 foot in sea and 1 on shore. Every step, every hope along high. I'm a map of them all with my Irish eyes. My nana said I had traveling feet, traveling feet, traveling feet. Slippers for princesses don't fit me, but I dance to my own drum bright and bold, and my traveling feet always get me home. My sister says I have a restless soul, restless soul, restless soul. Easy to catch, but I'm hard to hold, like a song on the wind that you caught one day. I get under your skin, then I slip away. I'm a map of the world and the ones before, 1 foot in sea and 1 on shore. Every step, every hope flung high. I'm a map of them all with my Irish eyes. I'm a map of the world and the ones before, 1 foot in sea and 1 on shore. Every step, every hope flung high. I'm a map of them all with my Irish eyes.
Oh, I guess this face about sums up this week's project. I am really, really, really happy with how everything turned out. Mistakes were made, but I think I learned a lot from everything. I'm really looking forward to making more dresses and skirts, just because I think I have a better idea of what not to do after all of this. I don't know what I thought, you know, making 4 articles of clothing in a week with, you know, everything else that's going on. Like, yeah, that's doable. Whatever. I'm really happy with everything. I learned. That's all I got. That's my wrap up, is I learned. So I wanted to thank Rebecca, not only for her help, but her unwavering patience. When I was a freelance artist, I didn't really have any art friends or anybody that I could go to like ask for advice when it came to new skills I was trying to learn. So people like Rebecca, I appreciate them so much. It means the world to me that I get to work with fellow creators and designers and crafters now. It kind of blows my mind that I get to do that. It's such a special thing in my life that I have now, and I just thank you. And be sure to head to her Instagram and her Etsy to treat yourself to some high quality linen goodies. And there's a code too. So I'm gonna wrap this up. My nose is stuffy, if you cannot tell. I also think I have an ear infection now. Summer! I don't get sick like this, or I'm not sick, it's allergies. I don't get this in the fall. Everybody's like, oh, you're such a basic. Like the fall. It's like your whole personality. I wonder why. So thank you all for being here. I love your faces so gosh darn much. I think about you guys a lot. I appreciate you, and I will see you again in 2 weeks. I promise. The next project will be simple. I'm actually going to be doing a Q&A, so if you have any questions for me, down in the comments. It's going to be a Q&A and probably a story time, so I'm going to try to smash it all together. It's going to be a simpler project, so don't worry about me losing my mind too much. Ah, there it is again. Okay. I love you guys. I'm going to go cough up a lung. Goodbye!